and what is wrong with me? Just throwing stuff everywhere. Hey, welcome back to the Dally Diaries. My name's Kristel and it's great that you dropped by. Today we are doing a get ready with me video and we are going to be using the kind of colors that make me feel cozy and comforted because I'm feeling pretty crap today. And yeah, I'll tell you more about what's going on there. I worked late last night and woke up this morning just feeling very average. So I threw out the original video that I was going to do and I decided that I just wanted to use makeup that makes me feel comforted and warm and cozy. And so to do it, I will be using a brand new palette in my collection. It is an older palette, but I have just received it, and thank you to Tim who actually financed this for my birthday. It is the Rust palette from Melt Cosmetics, and it is just, yeah, it's just a warm, cozy looking dream to me. So we're gonna use that to get ready today. If that sounds good to you, stick around and let's jump on into it. So I already have sunscreen, moisturizer, primer on, and I think today I wanna use the Juice Beauty Phytopigments Flawless Serum Foundation. I haven't used it very much, but the couple of times I have used it, I've really enjoyed it. So I think we're gonna pull that one out because I have mostly been wearing my Nude by Nature Natural Mineral Cover Radiant Loose Powder Foundation and loving the absolute bejesus out of it. It's so good. So, but yeah, today feeling the liquid foundation vibes. First of all, just gonna pop some cosy concealer on my face. I can't live without this. I've gone through like 5 or 6 tubes at this point over the last couple of years. Just gonna zoom you in a tad. Here we are, now we're cozy. So this shade is 03 in the Revealer Concealer. And I just like to dab that on. I go a bit hard to be honest with the concealer. So, but I love it. It's so brightening and beautiful. A couple of little blemishes on my face. Nothing too crazy. So that's it. That's the finished look. No? Okay. Right. We'll press on. So yeah, I worked late last night. So, well, I worked in the afternoon and then for those who don't know, I work in radio. And then I did a pre-show for Ed Sheeran because there was a massive Ed Sheeran concert in Adelaide last night. So I worked taking calls and just chatting to people that were going along to the Ed Sheeran gig and were really excited. And that was a lot of fun, actually. So I did that, and then I had to kind of go and kill a couple of hours while the concert was on because I didn't get to go. It just would have been too much of a rush. And then I was back in the studio from 10:30 till 11:45 last night, speaking to people on their way out of the Ed Sheeran gig. So it was so much fun. Actually, we had a really unexpected caller. Okay, cool. Oh, I forgot my water. Give me 2 secs. Right, so I've just wet my sponge and I'm going in now with the Juice Beauty Phytopigments Foundation in Sand, which is actually a tiny bit dark for me. This does oxidize a little bit on the skin, but we'll make it work. I have wet my sponge, but I actually may use this Mecca Max foundation brush. We'll see. Let's see what I like. Now this does have a habit of like shooting out of the nozzle at me. So let's just see how we go here. It's a very runny, liquidy foundation. But the coverage is amazing. And the primer that I'm wearing today is the RMS, what is it? RMS Unlocked Re-Evolved primer? Did that sound at all convincing? Because it shouldn't. So anyway, just as I get that done, yeah, I had this amazing caller who, called up the radio station, and as I was taking, people's calls about Ed Sheeran, and he was like, oh, my concert experience didn't quite go the way I'd planned. because I got a message from my wife halfway through the concert to say that she was going into labor. So yeah, so I had this really cool chat with this guy on air, which was a lot of fun, and he was a great guy. And yeah, he was actually on his way to the hospital to meet his wife, but the radio crew checked in on it this morning, the breakfast crew, and she hasn't had the baby yet, but they're in the birthing suite, so it's only a matter of time. But yeah, that was really a lot of fun. But it was a really late night for me, a long day and a late night, and my endo has been flaring through the roof. And so I woke up today feeling like absolute garbage. Hi, puppy. Do you want to go on camera? That's my bubba, my little nugget. Yeah, so anyway, I woke up this morning feeling very sore. So I had a lot of pain, a lot of cramps happening, endo cramps. And I also had a really sore throat when I woke up. So one of my things with endo, I have a terrible immune system. And if I have like one late night, I really struggle. My immune system just plummets and I get sick really easily and stay sick for ages. So yeah, woke up with that sore throat this morning, and I have basically taken a concoction of vitamins. I've got my wheat bag here on my lap, and I decided that I just wanted to film something cozy. And you know how you have like certain makeup that just makes you feel comforted? Well, for me, that is warm tones, rusty tones, mustards, those kinds of browns. They just make me feel warm and cozy, if that makes any sense at all. I'm just going in now with the Nude by Nature translucent loose finishing powder in banana. So it's a yellowy one. This one actually I picked up for 10 bucks. Well, my friend Brie did actually. She bought it for me for my birthday. 10 bucks. How good's that? On special from like 40. I'm not sure if they're discontinuing it maybe, but I hope not, because I like it. So I have major discoloration under my eyes. Like I'm insomniac as well, so I don't sleep. And I really want to get a decent corrector, under eye corrector, but one that doesn't cake and look crepey, and also one that doesn't slide off my face. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments. I would love your advice, as always. I love hearing what you guys love. Okay, so under the eye, and I am just going to take a Real Techniques powder sponge, which looks filthy, just pretend it's clean, and I'm going to powder. I haven't actually tried this powder over this foundation before, so this is a new one for me. We'll see how it looks. It's a very light layer, because I don't really want to be over powdered if I can help it. And I'm just going to take a powder brush, this Inglet one from when I worked there. I don't even know if they still make this anymore, but yeah, just giving it a powder there. Okay. And I'm looking quite pale. Must be time for some bronzer. So for bronzer today, I am taking my Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Sun-Kissed Glow Bronzer in medium. And just using a Real Techniques brush. It's the Rebel Edge Medium. Just swirling my brush around in there. And I am not doing contouring. I rarely contour anything because kind of can't be bothered. But also, I just don't find it necessary. If you contour, then go for your life. I don't really feel the need. I love this bronzer, so good. And I love how big it is. This really is a wonderful, wonderful product from Charlotte. Actually worth the money. Definitely looking better. I was looking a little bit pale for a while there. Just got a message. Oh, my package is out for delivery. Woo! I I ordered some boots in a sale. They're like cool brown kind of Western looking boots, which I can't wait to get because I want to be able to wear them with my winter dresses, like long sleeve dresses and stuff, seeing as jeans are kind of out of the question for me these days. Haven't worn jeans for a couple of years, which sucks because I used to live in high-waisted skinny jeans and little crop t-shirts. It was like my favorite thing in the world, but that's okay. Times change. And with all the surgeries I've had, my stomach is just like quite big a lot of the time because it swells up. So I've switched to pretty flowy dresses. Okay, just gonna get those brows sorted and taking Benefit's Gimme Brow, the number 3 that I have here. I've kept the box of this one to remind myself not to get this color again because I need the slightly lighter one. Okay. It's okay though, because when my hair's up, this color is all right. It's just that when my hair's down, you can see all the blonde. So I prefer something just slightly lighter. Okay, so I like to just whack that color on and then go in with the 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. You're right, it is. Having a scratch. Here's a little collar jingling there. Got fleas, baby. Hope not. You've had all your treatments. Okay. Low-key brows. I used to spend so much time doing my brows. I used to have a really intense brow routine, and now that's it. That's what I do. Done. Okay, let's move into, actually, I'm finding a little bit of shine on my chin here, so I might just powder that down a little bit more. Grab that banana powder again. So the concept with the banana powder, it's supposed to make your face look a bit brighter. All right, now let's get into the eyeshadow. I'm really excited to use this today. I'm just totally in the mood for it. Look how pretty that box is. So this is the Rust palette from Melt Cosmetics, and I got it along with an eyeliner that I'd been lusting after for ages. Steel Reflect gel liner here from Melt Cosmetics, which is this stunning metallic blue. Oh, it's so beautiful. Had one of that for ages. And I also picked up the Sundown Blush Light, cream blush light, which was one of the few I don't own because they were having 40% off. It was crazy. Melt has good sales, so definitely sort of put your name down and subscribe to them so that you can be notified if you're interested in purchasing some of their products, because they do have really good sales quite regularly. Oh man, lucky I don't talk for a living. All right, let's see where we want to start here. I haven't swatched it, nothing. So this is what she looks like inside. Let's stop procrastinating and put something on nice. Do I want to go peachy or do I want to go a yellowy brownie? I'm gonna start with this shade here, which is called Antique, and a fluffy Rapha brush. Nice pigment. Little bit of kick up in the pan. Nothing to write home about. That's a nice color. See, this is what we want. Just want a nice comforting makeup today. Colors that make me feel warm and cozy and enveloped in a fluffy woolen blanket. Yeah, so good old Ed Sheeran, eh? I said that like a New Zealander. Ed Sheeran. He's been doing the rounds in Australia, played his biggest gig in Melbourne the other night, and yeah, played us last night. The colour's really very nice. I didn't get to see him this time, but I did see Ed a few years ago when he played at Adelaide Oval. I'm always throwing things around. I swear I get even clumsier when my endo flares. I'm already clumsy. Okay, now I want to go in with the shade Erode. Of course, you know I couldn't not use this mustard shade. I think I'm just going to take a smaller refer brush for this one. Yeah, he's pretty impressive, Ed, isn't he? Just gets it done, him and his looping pedal. It was super cute actually, because one of the people I spoke to that was getting along to the concert was taking her 8-year-old daughter who'd never been to a concert before. And I was like, yes, that is good parenting. Because there is no greater feeling than witnessing live music, especially when it's actually good. And I think that's just such a cool thing to get your kid into music. And her daughter plays guitar as well. So yeah, apparently was just in absolute awe watching Ed. Very cool. All right, that yellow is really nice as well. As always, the shades are working beautifully. Well, in my experience. I have the Melt Gemini palette, the reformulated one, and I bloody love it. Which is what inspired me to get another one. And with the 40% off, how could I not? Okay, let me just swatch these 3 shimmer shadows. Oh, wow. So these are the 3 metallics. These 2 are shinier than this one. It's more of a satin. I like these colors though, they're really nice. And they swatched like a dream. I'm just gonna use this packing brush from Sephora or Tarte and dip into the darkest shade in the palette metallics wise, which is Ravage, which I don't think I'm even pointing to. Here we go. It doesn't look as dark on camera. Okay, I'm not sure if I should be expecting fallout here. No fallout. Taking my Sigma Precision Firm blender brush, which I really like and use often. Just want to soften out those edges. Blow it out a little. You can hear Billy chomping away on his little fake bone down there. It's one specially made for his teeth. He's living the doggy dream right now. I really want to use this Redox shade, which is browny pinky. It's definitely got a mushroomy tinge to it, so I want to go in with that one. I'm going to wet my finger just to see what happens. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. Big old smoky. That's what we're doing. Ooh. Had a bit more on my finger than I bargained for then. So smudge her out a bit. It's a really pretty colour. The only thing I would say about the Melt palettes is that the 2 that I have don't have any light shimmers in them, and I would really like a really light inner corner shimmer colour. So I think what I'm going to have to use here is the matte creamy shade. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to have to pack that on, I think. Let's try, I'm going to try this little brush to pack that shade in there. Classic, it's called. Okay. I'd probably just normally take an inner corner highlight from another palette, but I didn't bring anything with me. Now I'm gonna have to, I do actually have my Melt Cosmetics Stargazer highlight with me, so I'm gonna actually put that in the corner of my eye. That's better. I want to get one of these, but with a slightly more golden tinge for warmer looks like this. Now, I want to add in a little bit more, I think, of that first initial peachy color that we used called Antique. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, really pretty. All right, for the under eye, let's use that same Antique shade on a soft, fluffy rougher. Okay. And then taking my Refa 03, just a teeny pencil brush, and dipping back into the shade Erode, which was that yellowy mustard color, and keeping that closer to the lash line. Tiny bit of fallout, but not really much, that's for sure. And I want to use the shade Tarnish, which is the other metallic in the palette that we haven't used yet. Picking that up on my finger and popping that under the lash line there. I didn't wet my finger or anything. And then I'm going to take things a little bit deeper. I'm going back in with this little flat brush, and the title shade of the palette, Rust, feels like a requirement. It's definitely not the darkest shade in the palette. Yeah, that's nice. I like that added, well, rusty tone. A little bit of a reddy brown. Ow. Oh, my elbow. Didn't need that anyway. It's fine. Lovely. And I'm going to take that same shade just under the eye here. On that edge. Beautiful. And now we blend. I am so jealous that it's springtime for a lot of the world now. It's autumn here, but already it's feeling very wintry. And we barely had a summer this year because of La Nina. Kept it cool and wet a lot of the time. Had one heat wave for like 4 days. Not long enough. Okay. I think we're good. I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, I think that's all we're gonna do today. Yeah, so it's time for some eyeliner. Okay, we're just on a melt theme today. So I'm gonna take the Melt Gel Liner in Spliff. It's the Ultra Matte Gel Liner in a rich brown shade, which for some reason I've put all over my fingers. Just talented that way, you know. So I'll get this on. I couldn't find my Sigma brush, so I'm using a really crappy old angle brush. Results could vary. Oh my God, this brush sucks. Luckily, I'm going absolutely nowhere today. I'm just gonna do the other eye. I'll be right back. So that's on. Now I'm gonna take the MAC XS Nudge Nudge Ink Gel Pencil Eyeliner. The shade is Nudge Nudge Ink, which I like. And it's a reddy, rusty brown, which is perfect for what we're doing. And I'm gonna pop that just in the outer corner here. And also, I'm gonna run that into the top lash line, just really tight lining it in there. That just gives such definition. Perfecto. Smudging that out on my finger. For my inner rim, I'm tossing up between the Matte Color XS pencil in Tatlas, which is quite a corally color and this really light pale pinky peach shade from Colourpop. Good grief. And I think I'm actually going to use this one. Yes, I really like that. These Colourpop gel liner pencils are really good. Like, they are inexpensive and they work. And they don't make my waterline cry. And I have sensitive eyes, so that's a real win for me. Really excited to be able to use these guys. Yeah, I like that shade a lot. I use that quite often. And me being me, I just can't leave it alone. So I'm also going to take the Collective Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner from Adept Cosmetics in Gowron, just because I can. And I'm going to pop that here. Happy with that. These do take a minute to dry down. So when you put it on, try not to look up for a bit. Let me swatch this out for you. Gowron, so it's like pink, gold, green. Yeah, there's a bunch of different colors in there. And that looks really cool. I just had to spice it up a tiny bit, you know? I can't help myself. All right, I'm just gonna put some mascara on. I'll be right back. Okay, that finishes the eyes off. So I went in with my holy grail pairing of Tarte Opening Act Lash Primer. I've been using this thing for years and years, and I love it. It is so damn good. That paired with the Hourglass Unlocked Instant Extensions Mascara is just... it's just the stuff of legends. It just makes my eyelashes look so much more impressive than they actually are. And for someone with super smudgy hooded eyes, this mascara is the only one I've ever used in my entire life. Yeah, ever. That does not smudge at all. At all. It's a tubing mascara and it is very good, especially with this because it just beefs it up. So that is the eyes all finished. Let's zoom you out a little wee bit. Ooh, yeah, she went the right way. I'm notorious for zooming the wrong way. So let's take, I did pick up this Sundown cream blush, as I said at the start of the video. Just repeating myself. The memory is going, guys. So I might put some of that on my cheeks just to see how it looks. And now that I have this, I'm definitely going to do a swatching video of all of the face products that I have from Melt Cosmetics because I actually have a ton of them now. I've been obsessed with the blush lights, both cream and powder. I just think they're so, so good. They're such good quality. So going in with the same brush I used for the bronzer earlier. Oh, how pretty. It's got such a beautiful sheen to it. I love me a glowy blush. Just bringing that up into the temples as well. And the edge of the eye there. Making sure I blend out the bottom edge. How pretty. Oh, so good. Their cheek products are so good. Okay, but I do want to add a little something, something to the apple of the cheek here. Give it a little bit more color. And I think I want to go with a bit of a deeper lip. So for my cheeks, I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic in Walk of No Shame and this brush from Sigma, which is the Chisel Cheek brush. And I'm swirling the boob together. The boob and the nipple, if you will, are one. Okay. Now this does go on super intensely. Oh, so much beautiful sheen happening on my cheeks today. I love it. This is definitely making me feel comforted. Love that. Oh, I also forgot to put my moles back in. I always like to put my moles back because the foundation does cover them up a little bit. They shine through with my powder foundation a lot more, but yeah, I just like to have my moles. I feel naked without them. Like, they're just a part of my face. So, yeah. I feel like a weird blank canvas without my moles. For a highlight, I'm literally just going to take the center of that blush and use that on the top of my cheek. Very, very pretty. And for lips, I'm tossing up between this Karen Murrell lipstick in Bordeaux Rouge. Honestly, brain, feel free to connect to my mouth at any point. That one. Or this Flower Beauty Petal Pout lipstick in Berry More, which is a lot pinker actually than I remembered it being. And what is wrong with me? Just throwing stuff everywhere. Let's try this pinky one. Let's try the Drew Barrymore one. I was gonna go for something a bit more like vampy, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I really should not talk while I do this. That actually looks really pretty. Yeah, that's very pretty. That's a very pretty look. These flowers are so good. I've been raving about them lately. If you've been on my channel, you would have seen me absolutely banging on about how good the Petal Pout lipsticks are, the matte formula from Flower Beauty, Drew Barrymore's beauty line. They are so cheap, but the formula, like, they're not just good for a cheap lipstick, they are better than a lot of my expensive lipsticks. They really look so nice on the lips and they wear really nicely as well. So I'm a big fan of these lipsticks from Flower Beauty. I do like that. I think that's really nice. Having said that, I was super tempted to try the dark one on as well. I'm just feeling, what can I say? I'm feeling a bit vampy. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try the other one on and we can decide which one we like better. I'm allowed to be indecisive, okay? There are worse traits to have. Maybe, I'm not sure. This one's the Karen Murrell lipstick in Bordeaux Rouge. A lot vampier. That's a really cool lipstick too. Okay. That is the other one. Which one do you prefer? Because I cannot decide. I like them both. They both make a different look altogether. So this one's a lot more vampy and the other one is just a really pretty look. So whatever, we're gonna leave this one on for now. You can tell me which one you liked better in the comments down below. Let's zoom you out. All right, so that is the finished look using my new Melt Cosmetics palette, the Rust palette. Thank you so much, Timothy, for funding this purchase for me for my birthday. I appreciate it. I enjoyed using this palette. I do wish it had a lighter shimmer, but to be honest, I very often reach for my Terra Moons shimmers to use in the corner of my eye anyway, no matter what eye look I'm putting together and what palette I'm using. So that's not the end of the world. And I think these colors are just really flattering, lovely colors. So I have absolutely no complaints. I think that's a really pretty looking palette and I'm happy to have that in my collection along with my Gemini palette from Melt. And I also really enjoyed the cream blush light that I picked up. I think this shade is really pretty, Sundown, that I've got on my cheeks. And I used this eyeliner yesterday and I'm definitely going to use it in a look soon. In fact, I might use it with my Cosmic Brushes Serenity palette. I think that'll go really nicely with that. And so you will see that on my channel as well. Thank you so much for being with me today. If you are, if you're feeling a bit crap today, I hope that this video just gave you something to sort of chill out to, gave you a bit of entertainment, and I really hope you have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you again here very soon. Please remember to subscribe before you go, and as always, I love hearing your comments, so thank you again for taking the time to chill with me today. I'll see you soon, right back here at the Dally Diaries. See ya.